Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. A little abrupt end to our song there, Wade in the Water. We are the sons of and daughters, right? We are the sons and daughters. We are the inheritors of this earth. We are God's children. We have the choice of whether we follow the Almighty Creator in goodness and in love, or we diverge from His path and we follow other than the Almighty Creator. And there are human beings who have chosen to go down a dark path. And of course there are humans who have chosen light. It is a struggle because you can be easily fooled as to which is which. You could be confused. It's challenging. Sometimes falsehood appears good and wholesome. So be careful. We give thanks this morning for life, and we pray for the ability of discernment. Be careful as you go through your feeds, your internet feed. Be careful of the misinformation. Be careful who you listen to. Who you listening to this morning, boy? Right, apologies to come on a little bit late. I hope that the slight issues that we're having are rectified, because I know the station itself is having a little bit of challenges. I don't know how clear you all hearing me today. Quite a few people called in and said yesterday, it wasn't 100% in wherever they were. Of course, on social media, streaming live on YouTube, IWER TV, Facebook, TikTok, we bad, right? And of course, all you know, when young people say we bad, it mean we good, right? We running smooth. So we have to utilize those alternative forms of media. There's a plethora of information online. We have the ability to educate ourselves. You can seek knowledge. Just careful the sources as well, because some of these sources could be very, very misleading. Alright, so just a touch as we grind on till for what is important for many Muslims, Eid. We've been fasting through this period. This fast has been challenging. Normally a fast is not really so challenging for me, but with the added challenge of this virus that is going around, that I had, not even had, still have it holding on to you, tight it on to let you go. It made fasting a bit more challenging, really affecting energy levels, etc. So for those who shared that experience as well, I hope you all were able to still overcome, and whatever we miss when we fast, we have to make it up afterwards, because the whole point is to complete the fast. The point is not to find excuses and escape, regardless of how good the excuses could be. This virus, for some people, surely was a real good reason at times, to probably miss a few days to just ensure that you're healthy enough. So we grind to a close, and all the other people who were fasting, I pray that those that sacrifice, that discipline helped you all, right? Love and blessings to all my Trinbagonian people. And we head to the Trinbagonian news just to see what is going on. Woman 28 found stabbed after relatives break into home. Crime continues. Condolences to her family. A radar heads out. The United States military aircraft landed in Tobago yesterday to reportedly transport the radar system. Granny, I will check out and see what information on the cost of the radar system. I know they were talking about $3 million to operate. I don't know what those costs would have entailed. That's a lot of money, boy. Systems, war, weapons, defensive weapons, cost a lot of money, boy. Well, you wouldn't agree? They say billions of dollars a day. You spend $2 million for one Tomahawk missile going to, what's the name of the company? Rayton, I can't remember the name properly. American company. When you look at the shareholders in the companies that create these missiles and bombs and war machinery, these companies making crazy money. Sometimes people think, but wars are being created to sell weapons. That's sad, eh? That's sad to even think. But don't put anything past what we could broadly consider human beings. I don't know how human they really are. That's sad to think that profit and the people pay the price, the global economy, the American taxpayer, the people pay the price. Sometimes the people who war is waged on, when they seize those people's lands and their resources, that's what pays back for the billions and trillions of dollars spent to destroy those very same people. Disgusting, eh? Shameful, eh? But yeah, the radar cost, I diverge a little bit, the radar cost a lot of money apparently. It would be good to see how much exactly. And Granny was advancing that that's one of the reasons that the radar has to go, because we cannot afford Trinidad and Tobago to keep it operational. Interesting theory there. Of course, other people have other theories. Of course, just the general public who is unbiased is wary, because you say one thing and now you do something else, which points towards you kind of being dishonest in the first place. Then some of us understand why our governments have to be dishonest with us, especially when it comes to war. Or not dishonest, but omit. And they really stretch the limits of our understanding as a people. And I think even governments are stretched in their ability to act sovereign, if you want to call it that. Especially with the beast rolling, right? All you know to have a beast around. Say a name and I'll whistle. To have a beast around. I don't know which one is the beast, if the one in the White House or the next one who seems to be controlling him. In other news, Alexander, police on high alert. High alert for what? With respect to nationals repatriated from the United Kingdom. Okay, so those people who went seeking asylum, the police are on high alert with those people having been returned from the UK, unsuccessful in their asylum bids, the vast majority of them. Of course, we saw some communication from the former Prime Minister Rowley denying PNM drug link. I have nothing to say. I just waiting to see how far this going. Because if there is a list from the United States, the people of Trinidad and Tobago deserve to have an idea. And justice demands that the people of Trinidad and Tobago have an idea. We just approaching the break. I see some people trying to call in. 342-008-1466 5391. What we'll do is, as soon as we come back from the break, we'll start taking the calls from our listeners. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties with the frequency, 91.9 on the airwaves, and we hope to have it perfectly rectified so that you can get not just Voices on the Street with Fuad Abubakar, but all the other programs that feature on the street, right? Actually, we're in Majezy, right? The street radio for you, right? Radio for Trinidad and Tobago. We'll take the break. We'll pay some bills with the ads, and then we will be right back. All right, so stay locked on.
Boy, I got in an accident a while ago. I was in traffic and my car get bunks from behind.
Well, then they're wrong.
Yeah.
Well, the insurance company go fix it up.
Fix up? Huh? I make my claim the next day. And up to now, I can't hear from the insurance company. I need my car fixed.
Look, you better go to the Financial Services Ombudsman. I'm sure they can help.
Yeah, I'm going to check them now.
To resolve a complaint with your insurance company, bank, or non-bank financial institution, contact the Office of the Financial Services Ombudsman at 800-4FSO or visit www.ofso.org.tt. We can help, and our services are free.
Not everything has to change. At KFC, we don't change the flavor, we add more. Now, get our delicious Lent value meals so you can keep on crunching. Get a fish sandwich for $45 or fish fillet with one regular side, also $45. We give you more of the taste you love for Lent. So keep on crunching with KFC. Finger licking good.
Go to FIFA World Cup 2026 with Coca-Cola. Here's how. Buy any Coca-Cola 591 milliliter bottle with football labels. Uncap and submit your code via WhatsApp to 328-2878. It's that easy. Participate as often as you like for your chance to win FIFA World Cup tickets or exclusive merchandise and score with Coca-Cola. Promotion approved by NLCB. Follow us on social media for updates.
Get ready. This is big. Our first annual epic fundraiser cruise. Sail in the sunset aboard the stunning Embassy yacht at King's Wharf, San Fernando. Easter Sunday, 5th April 2026. Boarding 2:30 p.m. sharp. Sunset vibes, sweet music, pure liming on the water. Tickets only $250. All funds for a great cause. Together we change lives. Quick rule, no glass bottle, no big coolers. Casual dress, come as a comfy. Payments can be made by Monday, 30th of March 2026. Tickets still available. Call or WhatsApp 683-8569 or 716-4203 right now. Limited spots, don't sleep. Sail in the sunset, Easter Sunday, Embassy Yacht. Let's go.
TechFlex TT Limited, the #1 computer store in Trinidad and Tobago, has all your tech needs. We have the latest computers, powerful MacBooks, and affordable Chromebooks for school and work, providing new and refurbished options to suit everyone's budget. Also, we carry a variety of printer options and ink solutions for your home and office needs. Need repairs done? Our experienced technicians can solve your tech problems. Visit us now at any of our 2 locations, Wilson Road, Scarborough, next to Royal Castle, or Penco Street, Montrose, Chagonas. Call 235-4919 for more info. TechFlex TT Limited. Affordable tech. Exceptional service.
Tobago, Flow is giving you a big choice to make this March. Choose to save $51 each month for 6 whole months with our Fiber Link Up and Binge plan. Or get a free Samsung smartphone with the Link Up Plus or Link Up More plan. Either way, you come out a winner because installation is completely free on everything. Move fast. This offer ends March 31st. Sign up in store today or visit discoverflow.co for more information. Flow, we keep your rhythm flowing.
Southern Games 2026, coming to Skinner Park, San Fernando, Saturday 21st March. Athletics heats start 9:30 a.m. Sunday 22nd March. Athletics finals plus cycling from 1:30 p.m. Expect fast sprints, powerful finishes, exciting bike races, and attractive door prizes. Perfect family fun. Cheer on our rising local stars. Tickets, adults, $60. Kids under 14, $20. Under 5, free. Buy now at Atherley's by the Park, Awardee Hardware in Marabella from March 6th onward, or at the gate on the day. More info? Call 368-5649 or 77-83274. Southern Games 2026. With God, all things are possible. We thank our sponsors. Peria Fuel Trading Company, Limited, Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs, National Flour Mills, TechU Credit Union, and Ventures Credit Union.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on the Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. Good morning again, Trinidad and Tobago. So we were just running through the daily newspaper, looking at the stories that are in the headlines. I ran into the newspaper and I literally run as well to ensure that I got a charger, because I don't want us to go down on Facebook, right? Not Facebook, TikTok. And remember, we are streaming live as well, so you have that option to not just listen to radio but view. Alright, 3420081 4665 and the former Prime Minister would be denying the PNM drug link. That is in response to our Prime Minister saying that Balize house was built with drug money. I'm just waiting to see where this one going. And I know many Trinbagonians are waiting to see what evidence is going to be presented. Because people talk a lot. You know, there was email gate by Rowley himself. A lot of talk which did not substantiate into criminal proceedings against individuals. And there's always a lot of talk politically around certain issues, sometimes issues that are staggering to the average Trinbagonian as well. And certainly any talk about drug money building political headquarters would be concerning. We wait to see. I just waiting and see to see. I waiting very patiently to see where it goes, because obviously there's been a strong response by certain figures in the PNM. None other as well, you know, as the PM, the former, he come out lashing because he would have been the person in charge at that point in time. We taking the calls. Good morning, my brother. Welcome.
Hey, morning, Fred. How you going?
Hi, good man. You hearing me better on the radio?
But I switch off everything and I'm just listening to you on the phone.
Oh, okay, all right.
Here what happened? A strange thing happened to me this morning. You know, I pick up the phone to call and hear who number pop up. Your father number.
Serious?
Yeah. Your father number pop up, boy. So, here what happened? I watching as what is going on in the country right now, and just like you, I waiting to hear what is go come out of it. But we have a lot of hypocrites in this country, right? And right now, your program is the #1 program on the air right now, because here we're making you #1. Is that you're independent, anybody could call. Talk show, go on to the dogs now, because all them other program now is either a UNC program or is a talk show, you know, but it's either is UNC or PNM. If you call the UNC talk show program and you talk against UNC, is a PNM. You call the PNM program and you talk against PNM, is a UNC. So nobody have independent thinking at all. So right now, your program is #1.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. You see the things that are going on in the country right now? Cause for me to make a call for people to stop thinking along the lines of party politics. When all you're going along that road, all you're sending Trinidad to hell in a basket. Right? Look at what's going on with this government right now. Look how they're brutalizing people. Well, the talk on the ground is the killing in Grandy. A minister responsible for that, he named calling on the ground. Right? Well, they pay attention to them things. Look at the turn that we're making in this country right now. I don't, watch me. If you, no matter what party you support, I don't have a problem with that. But you must not be a bubblehead supporter. That is what killing the country. Because if the party you support swinging left, you ain't saying nothing. Right? Because you are a member of that party and you vote for that party. And this will not make the country better. You have to be an independent thinker. Even if you support a party and the party swinging left, let them know they're swinging left so that they could do things and make things better. But if you just going down being a blind supporter and a bubblehead, you giving the government ammunition to continue doing what they're doing. Now we have another state of emergency, right? We have state of emergency for how much time now? So what, the country go only run on state of emergency when the police go come out and do their work? When they will come out and do their work, and then they're looking for increase in pay. My recommendation is none for them, right? We have to get serious in this country and hold ministers to account too. Hold ministers to account. Don't just have them going in parliament and talking a set of rhetoric. And at the end of the day, listen, here now, Trinidad, please wake up. Because listen to me. All you're supporting these ministers and the ministers ain't even coming out and giving an account for themselves. All you're taking front line and supporting them. You know what's going on with them ministers and them? They're laughing at all you. And here why they're laughing at all you. Because all you're making excuse for the stupidness that they're doing, and they're laughing all the way to the bank, and all you're suffering. Look at Sipet Boka out of a job. Look how long they're out of a job. Right? We're going on with them. We're going on with them. You come, you talk one thing on the platform, and then you come and doing the exact opposite. Right now, the country in a mess. And who have it so? The same people who know all the problem and tell themselves, and having you believe that when they get in office, they could do better. And when they get in office, what they're doing? The exact opposite. And they're trying to muzzle you now. That's the next thing now. They're trying to muzzle you. You can't go on social media. You can't take out picture about police and they want to send up your thing to embassy and all kind of stupidness the thing and all they just saying no and taking that. When we go wake up Trinidad, but I'm not talking about the ones who vote against the PNM because we make an honest mistake. We wanted better. We vote against the PNM because we wanted betterment for the country, but we got scammed. So we have to guard ourselves against that for the next election. Boy, so much thing I want to say, but let me leave a little time for other callers to call in. Have a blessed morning.
Yeah, thank you very much as well, right? People have their views, and you have to allow people to express their views as well, and try to contextualize as well what they're saying. So let's take some more calls. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Morning, Baka. Baka, you see what this man now saying? This is my idea about humanity, life, and whatever. You see, the world is being led by the shared knowledge of good and evil, and that is the negative force in humanity. And when according to the original humanity, when Adam and Eve sinned, God left them with the shared knowledge of good and evil, but the tree of life was hidden away. The tree of life came and tried to show man how to return into the Garden of Eden. That is from eating lifestyle, drinking lifestyle, and cooperation amongst man. We don't have that yet. But the shared knowledge of good and evil, remember, he knowledge of good and evil. He set up politics and religion to displace man from truth. So men being confused, and I have an idea. This is why I study all religion. I work with Muslim, I work with Hindu, I work with Adventist, I come out from Baptist as my mother and father and them. But I realize all of them, right, in a spell, all church, religion, politics, the whole on that spell. And I have an idea, I'm not of no religion, but I have an idea, right? And to me, the people with plenty education, they're more done. Because me, I have no education. And I study global affairs at the secret society, the New World Order, what they're doing, and I just track them down. And I'm doing this but nearly 50 years. When I was young, I started a band named Zion Train, right? And the band crashed because in the end of the day, I didn't have money to support it now. In everything I'm doing, I don't have money to support it because I started to do shows with me and plenty people in Trinidad, they know me. Right, you was younger, your father didn't know me. Right, we used to meet by Clayton Lumsden. Your father know me real good. He didn't know me.
Yeah,
and
just make your point.
To reach nowhere with the ideas.
Yeah, right, but just make your point.
Trying to get a platform to talk. Yeah.
Just make the point short, please. Just make the point.
Yeah. But Baka, all I'm trying to do, right, is get a little help with any platform we could help me with truth. Because I realize the world in a spell, and the more educational thing they have is more they're falling in the trap and the New World Order, the secret society, where they're trying to bring about. But Jesus Christ have a New World Order, right? That is forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And the earth still running under Moses' law, which are eye for and a tooth for a tooth, which why it's so corrupted. And there's plenty more like that. I had to give chance for the other caller.
Yeah,
plenty more like that I want to talk. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I agree with you. The world is very corrupted. We could see that. A blind man could see. Lingo could see, right? Stevie Wonder could see. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Morning to you, Fuad, and morning to you. Now, Fuad, you know, the caller before Solar Hands. I have so much respect for that gentleman, for that caller, because he is someone who truly loves this country and understands what is going on and understand the road we need to take to escape what has been going on under the stewardship of the politicians, whether it's red or yellow. You see, Fuad, the politicians has continued to win us because of the logic that they apply and offer to the nation that we so gullibly accept, which is because of the ills or the wrongdoings of the PNM, we are exonerating the UNC for everything, and vice versa. Because of the ills and malice actions or intentions of the UNC, we are exonerating the PNM of every single act that they ought to be held responsible for. And that is the cycle that we will be stuck in if we continue to stick our noses in the behinds of these political parties and the politicians therein. Because the list is long as it relates to the allegations that continue to come out on either side. But we do not have a police service who aggressively points their attention to uncovering or looking for evidence to support the allegations that continue to be made. And many of the politicians are fully aware that they could say anything in Parliament and have no recourse, no responsibility to back up what they say, right? Just making a revelation, does nothing for the country, especially when you're not willing to come out and give the information to the police that will allow the police to function. Just saying that, right? How does that benefit us? And we are so gullible that we continue to take these things that they throw out and just run with it and not stand up and tell them, take it to the police, so that maybe once in our lives we could see some redress for Trinidad and Tobago. It's allegations left, right, and center, left, right, and center. None of them don't want to name names, right? Okay. None of them don't want to name names, but you're just offering that to the population for our next 50 years. We go be going through this.
I wonder, so this not going and go anywhere. You going and say that the PNM built Balize House with money from narco trafficking, and that's not going to go anywhere? You think that no information, the list that they get from America, that ain't going to come out? Nobody going to do jail? Same old?
I am not taking anything from this Prasad Bisesa as fact if it is not supported by any evidence.
Yeah.
Because you come and make a statement against two independent senators. We're waiting to see if you will ever name two people and present evidence to support what you say, right? All you're fighting against narco trafficking and lining up so closely with Donald Trump, who would have pardoned a man who was convicted for 45 years, right? Of bringing in over 400 tons of drugs to the United States. So how much narco trafficking you could really be fighting if after the process is done, where the rule of law is followed and somebody is convicted, that you pardon them as the president?
Yeah.
And people who you have presented a shred of evidence against with the allegations of narco trafficking, you just blew them out the waters.
Yeah.
So they ain't getting a chance to.
It doesn't add up at all. It don't add up.
You see this? I tell you, we are in serious trouble if we do not wake up and understand what is being done to us by these politicians, regardless of the color. We need to separate ourselves from these parties and join with Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your contribution. Right, we need to be very, very careful. And like I say, I'm watching and listening to what is taking place because it might have some truth in what they're saying about Balize House, but are they going to put out the truth? Are they going to go the full mile? Or is it just for talk and political mileage? I don't know that political mileage is enough for the population of Trinidad and Tobago. What really taking place? And of course you all know that I try to explain what is taking place with DJT, Donald J. Trump, and even our position, you know, just surviving with him as well. Because he going to do what he want to do. We live in a space, as the Chinese premier has explained, where there isn't a rules-based order. It is the rule of the strong. And we understand that we are weak. I mean, weak in certain ways. So we just maneuver in. It's not so much that we agree. Certainly the population of Trinidad and Tobago, if we do some statistics, some checks, you might find the majority of the population of Trinidad and Tobago distancing itself from some of the actions of Donald J. Trump, and obviously the alignment also of our Prime Minister. But we still understand the Prime Minister is aligning for survival. And really and truly, it doesn't make a difference for her because of the weakness and the small nature of Trinidad and Tobago to speak against DJT. When they call in for ships, we don't even have a ship, so we could pretend like we his friend. Or it don't make a difference. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. I'm calling from listen, I just like the last caller's contribution there, in terms of we're not just making accusations and just leaving it like that, but to show the evidence. When we make such thing, I remember email it with what the country had to go through with that as well.
Yeah.
We ourselves have the institution in Tobago here with the previous administration, which is the PNM, and contracts that was given out. For instance, but the thing about it is that the evidence was shown in Tobago here, where you had one man get contracts of 58 million in one day, about 25 contracts, and the contract was shown visible on television and so on during the election period. Also, the ironic thing about it is that it was shown that many of those contracts were paid off for, completion certificate given, but when you're looking for some of the contracts, like roads and so on, where it was supposed to be built and so on, or paved or so on, was never done. So, you know, I like what the caller said, is that when you bring these major accusations and so on, you need to show the evidence, you know, that this really takes place, and we need to really guard against that, because parties throw these things and have to run up and down with people accusing the other side of things and so on, and there is not the evidence shown clearly that these things have happened. So I like what that caller just said. We need to look at that as we go forward.
Yeah, agreed. It can't be you do this, you do that, I do this, you do that. I don't want to hear you, you shouldn't listen to you, you do this. And it's just talk. It should not just be talk. And especially when it's serious talk. This is no play talk. And that's why I also try to guard the way that I speak about issues sometimes as well. You know, people want to advance that a minister is associated with the killing of an individual. You have to be very careful what you're saying. You have to be very careful what you are saying, and the police service and others, they err with caution, but they also have to bring results to the population of Trinidad and Tobago. It cannot be that no conclusion is found to these issues. It's how long they will play Trinbagonians for games. It's just games with us, or they're just playing the population for games. That's not good enough. Narco terrorists, narco traffickers sponsor the Balize House, part of it. This one call back the Prime Minister some next name, and this talk come back across raffle and whatever, and there's nothing substantial to get to the bottom of what is damning allegations. They're not good enough. So I waited. Just move away from your radio or lower the radio, please. Good morning.
Morning, sir. Peace and blessings to everyone.
Yeah, man. Peace and blessings to you.
Great program, great contribution with others. I mean, going to different heights, and the honesty in the program is what some of the politicians need to develop, because it's too much of this honesty with different situations, and I don't know if they see the people and them stupid. Because 1 minute you say X, Y, and Z body leader, right? They went to put it in the leader, he refused, and they come and put it in Tobago, right? So, for drugs and whatever, right? Look at the borders. I watch a certain crime program, and he could tell you a man that did a shooting 2 days ago done in Venezuela, right? I mean, he has get good information because people trust him, right? So that means the borders, open, right? So look at the situation. What it is that keeps certain things already conflict. When in both the Auditor General, right, in a private phone, which she wasn't supposed to do, and tell her fix the box, right? What came out of that? Things are just happening in Trinidad, and nothing just come out of it. You understand? And we just like phones running behind this one and running behind that one. You understand? Thank God for programs. Thank God for you in this program. And we're getting somewhere, but we need something different besides UNC and PNM. You understand? We need something different. Because a certain talk show, as Steve said, you call me to say something, right? And they continue on because you're eating our food now. They wasn't eating our food all the time, right? They entertain all type of calls. But now they're eating our food. Our prominent man come up and see there, right? Hear the program with the next brother, and they don't hear nothing but UNC. I said, you can try to talk the truth, there's a UNC. You understand? I'm very disappointed in those two guys. You know, it's a shame. But my brother, keep up going and the program rising, right, to different levels, and Malcolm X and so you all keep it going. Chris has developed very good, right? And he's going very good. And my brother, keep up going and keep the program going and keep to the truth. The truth is what you want to hear.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Maybe you have to try to form a party or something. You understand?
I ain't even here, yeah. I ain't even here. Bye. Have a good day.
Trinidad. Right, everyone. Trinidad.
Yeah, take it easy. Blessings, brother.
All the best, man.
Yeah, all the best to you and your family as well. Yeah, so we need to be honest. I mean, at the end of the day, if I come here and sit down and lie to you, you will know. Because there are some Trinbagonians who don't understand, but there are many Trinbagonians who are not stupid. I hope they realize that. All the politicians need to also realize that. We're not stupid. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning to your program.
Good morning to you. Welcome.
And good morning to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Now, I don't always listen to this program and David Mohammed, right? Listen. March month here, I turned 59 years.
All right, respect and blessings,
kind of
man.
politics. I born into Trinidad and Tobago. I meet it. I reached this stage now, and it still remains the same. It was a little easier under Dr. William and things. Life and things to survive and things and jobs was a lot easier. But over the years, it get worse. I will tell all this something. Take a note out of Burkina Faso. Same kind of politics thing in Trinidad and Tobago was going on there. Also Niger and Mali as well. Another part of Africa. Especially Burkina Faso. How do they change the politics and get the wealth to go to the people and develop the economy and the people? Through revolution. Long as you're living in a country what run by the Westminster system laws, these politicians is being colonized. All the kids vote for a different party, if it's not UNC or PNM, the same result. You all have to open all your mind, according to Mr. Louis Farrakhan has always said. Open your mind and think. And that is how the people of Trinidad and Tobago will get out of this. Not through election and voting. The people must rise up and make a stand. Just like what they do in Burkina Faso. They kick out the Westminster system out of Africa, out of Burkina Faso and them places. And how call the economy booming now. Jobs for everyone, the wealth remaining in the economy, they're developing roads, free houses for people to live in. They don't have to pay much. I don't even think they have to pay taxes. You understand? The money from the gold and the uranium and different things of oil and all that, it goes in the people's pocket. If you ain't working away, you get a monthly stipend. Keep voting for these people, and their friends and themselves will just keep taking all the wealth for themselves, and the people keep on remaining more and more poor every day, every year. And so you all keep going in a circle. Each time you vote, you're disappointed, and your life will be in misery if all you don't change all the ways and stop thinking the way all you're thinking. And thinking the answer is in politicians and not with any people. The people is the one who has the power. So we are the one who have to rise up.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Have a blessed day.
You too. Have a blessed day,
brother.
brother.
All the day. Okay then.
And we watch around the world and we see that leaders who stand up for their people, leaders who choose a different path, sometimes are forced into a certain direction. Cuba is being forced right now, right? Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Peace be unto you and all the callers and all the listeners. Go ahead.
Morning to every intelligent people and the wisest contributing people to this station under this border forward. Partner, I'm missing you because I ain't getting you up here in Aruka. We're not getting the station. I don't know what is the problem, but I thought like they cut me off. But say what? Anyhow, Bird, you're saying something. I wonder if people really listening good to Donald Trump's statement. Here where I can't take as a citizen of my country who you send an invitation from my prime minister. Here where I can understand how you could say you could do what you want with Cuba if you want. You is God. Eh?
The man say you free it or take it or whatever you feel to do because it's weak. That's what he say.
Right.
Imagine
so
that.
In other words,
he go take it, he go free it, he go do whatever he want. You ever hear more?
So in other words then, I listen to it and they keep playing it over and over on CNN and all them TV stations in foreign, down to BBC and all playing it. So in other words, if we don't like something with Trump, he could do sanction with we and he could do we want to then.
But you ain't know that?
Okay.
So you ain't know any Caribbean leader, especially the ones who have countries who are in charge of countries that matter to them because of strategic importance or resources. You know any leader, Guyana leader can't step out of line. Trinidad leader have a difficult time. You forget what they do to Grenada leader? You ain't seen what they're going to do to Cuba?
They killed Maurice Bishop.
Yeah.
Is America killed Maurice Bishop? And let me tell you something. So then this lady in Barbados had to watch herself then.
Once you're strategically important to them, if you don't listen to them, you ain't see what they're doing anybody you don't want to listen to them what? You ain't see what they're doing in Cuba? Right now they're starving Cuba and causing endless pain to the people because they decide they want to control Cuba. But like you understand, there's a gangster world.
Let me tell you something, eh? And now all who listening to this program, and I will repeat it again. And brother, you on top of the line with everything, to a lot of them radio stations. I was now on the Gong Report because I tell you, I'm a supporter of the Gong Report. And I will always stay a supporter because I protest with them under some wrong. But forward, let me tell you the gospel truth. We have to start to see what we food. Yeah. We have to open and plan the way things going right now all over the world. Talking about the food. We have to, which be top priority now. Not studying that then and next oil boom. We boom supposed to be planting cassava, dashing headwood. And the things that what is most strengthful and beneficial to we nation, As God help me, if you listen to this madman, this man who feel he is God, he preparing the way for the Antichrist, if he in the Antichrist, I don't care what nobody say, All who want to say about China and Russia, check the countries with them helping, how they developing. Check to the young African leader, check who he aligned with and what he people benefiting after the French and the same people in the West do to them. Yeah. Let me tell you, you see what will happen to Trinidad just now? We will be playing games with ourselves. Because I dig in everybody in this country talking about the crime and talking about this, and they digging is the police, is the army, is the lawyer, is the doctor. So you know right now, a doctor in the government hospital telling you if he had to do something for you, you have to do it private for kind of 26,000 and 10,000 and how much thousand. So if according to what you always saying on your program, you see that greed is we killing Trinidad, boy. That greed.
That not a doctor, that is a criminal.
Boy, let me tell you something. I went by a foot doctor, and he working in the government hospital. And when you go there to get a date, they give you some date for quite next year. Check out the hospital, how much people have appointment, and what is the long time they give you the appointment for.
But you're dead before that time.
Thank you, but you could do it private, You could do it private by them, but it's over thousands of dollars. And you've seen everybody talking about this and talking about that. But we ain't watching is we destroying ourselves here, boy. Yeah. Because half of them get a blessing from God. But they want to say how much money they pay for their education, so they have to make it back to buy a yacht and a BMW and a Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
God help we here, boy.
God
Long
help
time. You didn't born yet. But you see the neighbors used to look out for one another. Everybody was like a family. That is when God did bless the nation. Right now, we going through Moses. We can't see the promised land because we destroying ourselves. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you very much. Because we worshiping idols. We worshiping money.
Yeah.
We worshiping our golden calf. And we worshiping the people who create our golden calf. Thank you very much, Coach.
But we worshiping the money.
Yeah.
Everybody on money. Listen to nobody. Long time when your mother have a fowl, she asking the neighbor if she have food, you cannot have again,
Yeah.
But my brother, I glad to hear your voice. I glad your program on, and I keep monitoring and watching my people and the future. We but long live Africa, and God waiting on the covenant. As the covenant will come out and reveal, we are the Ethiopians and we are the Jewish people. As you see that reveal and the truth come out, all you will see a difference in this world. Babylon kingdom falling, boy. It's falling and it go fall real fast because you see Trump, his days are numbered. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And of course, the President of the United States is just a figurehead. There are people behind him as well. There are people who benefiting off of wars on people. There are people who benefit off of destruction. There are people who will make diseases to sell remedies. I know all you can't understand and believe that, But maybe we could because we see how wicked the world is. There are people who create wars to sell weapons, to dominate, to take over others. It have nothing to do with freedom. You stopping Cuban doctors from Guyana, Trinidad, Jamaica, and other places, stopping that program because in their system, part of their pay goes back to the country itself now. Which is normal because even we have those programs as well because the country would have paid for the education of the doctor. And it is a major export for them, a major revenue earner because you able to produce skilled persons who could then demand, who could get paid, and then the other people in your country benefit. You benefit, but they benefit as well. What a beautiful system. We have something like that in Trinidad with when you get loans from the government, you go through the system where we pay, Trinidad and Tobago pays for you. You have to come back and give back. But you trying to stop that. I heard the discussion this morning on BBC in Guyana where they're asking a panel, is this fair? Is this good that America has said to your government something and your government is just doing it? But there are guns to the heads of our leaders. And the people have to stand up and give our leaders strength. Because they're trying to do what will bring the least hardship to us. But we have to prepare if we want to be more sovereign. And that's what the caller was speaking about. We have to plant our own food. One of the first things they're going to do if we don't agree, if we don't nod our head, is attack our livelihood. So we need to be able to produce our own energy for ourselves, to power our country. And then we need to produce our own food for ourselves. So if they put embargoes and whatever, it doesn't matter because our people can eat. Then we could sort out the rest. After that, we're not fighting you. But they might fight us if they want what we have. Sad, eh? Sad to know that we live in a world like this. Sad to know that callers could call and say this is probably one of the only programs that is fair. That's sad. And I could think of probably one other program not so bad going for them on a morning, right? Because I am trying to extend the level of education and strength that our Trinbagonians, regardless of creed, color, race or religion, are trying to extend this level of understanding so that we become better. That's the effort that we make on our morning, so that more of us move out of greed. Greed is our enemy. Greed. So that more of us move out of greed and into love. There used to be doctors who would say, hey, when you go to the private practice, they say, nah, here what's going on. Come in the hospital or working in the hospital this day, you'll get it done free there because you can't afford it here. Instead, it's the opposite. Stop loving money. There would be lawyers who used to tell you, hey, here what's going on, I see the problem you have here. This person really taking advantage, this rich person trying to take what is yours, what your mother and father leave for you. I will represent you. Don't worry yourself. When you realize whatever is yours, you could give me a little something after. That is love. There were politicians like as Morris Marshall, my father used to tell me about, who would take everything they have and assist others, who would lead the community into Port of Spain and say, hey, Mr. Shopman, hire this person now. Take one more person. Really, they need the employment and they'll be good fit. Take this person now, give them the opportunity. Please, think. Nowadays, we have that. We had more love. There are few people who still willing to speak the truth regardless. What you want to do? You want to get paid to tell lies? And the people seeing as lies? And then we're going to live with the same people? Man, Trinidadians will see you in the street and spit on you just now. Trinidadians, Trinbagonians will see you and stoops at you. Don't get tapped, you know. Because you're only lying to the population. That's not the way. That's not the way. We must utilize the truth to make us stronger. We must speak to all within our society to be upright. To be upright. To be better. Otherwise, we continue to go downhill. And too many things looking like we're living in a place where it's a curse. What the contractor get shoot on the side of the road for? Broad daylight, you're shooting a contractor on the side of the road. I mean, I don't know the circumstances, but what kind of mess is this? 4 years later, suspect charged with double murder of friends. So 4 years it take to investigate and find enough proof to charge somebody. At least they find the proof. And his friends kill the friends. But you know how that does go. Because nobody is not really friend to anybody anymore. Because people only friend is money. Florida teacher sentenced for supplying guns to Trinidad gang. What really going on? A Florida teacher was sentenced to a year and a day in federal prison in the United States after she pleaded guilty last year for purchasing guns for a Trinidad-based gang. What madness is this? Killing each other for numbers? Killing each other because of community? Killing somebody to think you lock a block? Men still doing that stupidness? 2026 men still doing that level of illiterate foolishness? How long you think you will last? For some hungry weed block or some kind of nonsense? Better you love one another and you're the same person you're looking to shoot better. You say like you open up a parlor together and sell soft drink and snacks, and it might grow into a mini mart. A block to sell weed? That's what you taking the life of another human being for? Boy, I telling you. 4 women rescued in human trafficking bust. Human trafficking? Then I hear somebody accusing somebody else of in the governing party back then, but they get removed now, of being involved in human trafficking. What are they doing? What a world we live in, what a country we live in. Just going to the news, this particular headline with the young lady who was stabbed or whatever. Another sad situation, right? Police said relatives went to her home after she failed to answer their calls, and when she didn't respond there, her relatives climbed through a window to get inside. They found her unresponsive with stab wounds. Deojit was a professional cricketer. They're looking for a man close to her. You can't control yourself. You had to take somebody else's life for what? We have strayed far from the worship of God. We stray far, far, far from that. We need to change the way our people think, for sure. We know what is corruption. Boy, Trinidad and Tobago know what is corruption. Blessings to everybody, right? We need this program. Just reading through some of the notes online, right? Thanks to everyone who's tuned in, and thanks for their contributions as well. Let me just look on the YouTube as well. Remember IWER TV. I think somebody preaching this morning for the good and for this is good and acceptable in the sight of God, our Savior. Alright, somebody taking us to church this morning, man. Blessings. I take a 9, I have no problem with that. Once His goodness. I love this man, he is so real. Alright, respect. And we continue to take the calls as well. 342-008-146-65391. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Backer.
Morning.
Well, after that murder up in the Sandy Grande or what area it took place, it is clear that this SOE is a waste of time. I keep saying it. The gunmen, the criminals, they don't care about SOE, Zozo. They want to put down their work, they're putting it down. And I want to commend the police officers who took out one of the 3 or 4 who went and the home invasion in Valsayn. Well done, officers. Good job. And I hope you find the 3 I hope you find the remaining 3 and deal with them accordingly, right? Because you can't tell me people working hard, they had their house, and all you just want to walk in people's house and rob them? No. So I say to the officers this morning, well done. Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Have a blessed day.
You sure that was the right person they killed? You sure that's the person who was...
Hello, the police say they engage them and they return fire.
Engage them where? I just asking. Because you're praising what took place.
That is for the PSB to investigate, not
Lord.
me.
So if it's not the right person, it's okay.
They got the 3 who they were chasing and they dealt with them accordingly. And that is where we have to see.
You understand why I ask you that question, right? Because if it's not the right people, then...
These miscreants cannot be going in people's house and distressing them.
I agree with you.
They need to go and find a job. Kadisha Amin says she have jobs available. Jolene John says she have jobs available. You go and do a work. Hell, well done, officers.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We just come into our close, right? And I don't like a certain level of ignorance. Yes, we need to solve these cases. I saw a video where some young people, they appear to be young, walked into a home, some with masks, one with a cutlass or whatever. I saw them looking like they're telling the person on the couch to be quiet. Then I saw a man come outside. He looked like he had something in his hand. They ran. Right? I saw all of that. Are those the same people because they were masked? Is that the same person who was killed by the police? Do we trust that it is the correct person? Is it okay to kill individuals without, arresting them and putting them through the right process? If you're bringing back hanging, I don't have a problem if that's what Trinidad and Tobago wants. But I would want those individuals to be adjudicated. So you sure it's them, and then you hang them high if that's what you want to do, if that's what Trinidad and Tobago wants to do. But understand where I'm saying what I'm saying, because you have to be careful as well. Understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. Alright, blessings to everybody. Indeed, there is an issue with crime. Let it not motivate us to do more wrong. We support the police service in doing what is right. And we want to give them more resources, more training, so that they can do their job responsibly. Arrest and detain. Get the judicial system working. Bring back hanging and all. If Trinidad and Tobago want hanging, I don't have no problem with that. Because I don't want the wrong people to be killed. And one wrong child of somebody being killed, and it's swept under the rug of fear of crime, is worse than probably 100 getting off. That's a theory, right? Because think about it if it's your innocent son. We diverge. We have tomorrow as well to continue. God's blessings to everyone. Thank you very much for the contributions, and we'll be back tomorrow. Take care.
Prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91.9 FM every Sunday from 9:05 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.